Opening hook. Please stand by. The words flashed on the hospital screen. Cold, silent, uncertain. 3 words that felt like forever. Because sometimes in life, the hardest thing is not fighting. It's waiting. Introduction. In a small, quiet town lived a boy named Ayaan. He wasn't the strongest. He wasn't the smartest. But he had something rare? A heart that refused to give up. Ayaan lived with his mother in a tiny house at the edge of the city. His father had passed away when he was just 6 years old. Since then, life had been heavy. His mother worked day and night, stitching clothes to make ends meet. And Ayaan? He carried dreams far bigger than his situation. He wanted to become a doctor. Not for money, not for fame, but for one reason only: to save lives, so no child loses their parent like I did. Struggle begins. But dreams don't come easy. Every morning, Ayaan walked miles to school. His shoes were worn out. His bag was old. And sometimes, he didn't even have lunch. Other kids laughed at him. Look at him, trying to be a doctor. You can't even afford books. But Ayaan never replied. He simply smiled and kept going. Because deep inside, he believed something powerful. Pain is temporary, but purpose is permanent. The turning point. One day, something unexpected happened. Ayaan's mother collapsed while working. She was rushed to the hospital. The same hospital where Ayaan stood, trembling. Machines beeped. Doctors rushed. And then, that screen. Please stand by. Time stopped. Minutes felt like hours. Ayaan sat alone on a cold bench. No money. No support. Just fear and silence. Emotional breakdown. For the first time in years, Ayaan broke. He looked up and whispered, "God, I don't have anyone else. I worked hard. I believed. I tried. So why is this happening again?" Tears rolled down his face. Not loud. Not dramatic. Just quiet pain. The kind that breaks you from inside. A stranger appears. As Ayaan sat there, lost in his thoughts, an old man walked up and sat beside him. He had kind eyes. And a calm presence. "What's wrong, son?" he asked gently. Ayaan hesitated, then told him everything. His dreams. His struggles. His fear of losing his mother. The old man listened, silently. Then he said something that Ayaan would never forget. Life tests the strongest hearts, not the weakest. Maybe this isn't the end of your story. Maybe this is where your story begins. The long wait. Hours passed. The screen still showed. Please stand by. Every second felt heavier. But something had changed. Ayaan wasn't crying anymore. He wasn't panicking. He was waiting. With hope. With courage. Because sometimes, hope is all you have. The news. Finally. The doctor walked out. Ayaan stood up instantly. His heart racing. "Doctor, my mother, is she okay?" The doctor paused. Then smiled slightly. "She's stable." Those 2 words changed everything. Ayaan broke into tears again. But this time, they weren't tears of pain. They were tears of relief. A new beginning. But the struggle wasn't over. The hospital bills were huge. Ayaan knew they couldn't afford it. Just when everything seemed impossible, the old man returned. "I spoke to the hospital," he said. "Your mother's treatment will continue." Ayaan was shocked. "But how?" The old man smiled. "Let's just say, I believe in your dream." The truth revealed. Days later, Ayaan discovered something unbelievable. The old man wasn't just a stranger. He was a retired doctor. A man who had once been in Ayaan's exact position. Poor. Hopeless. Lost. But someone had helped him once. And now, it was his turn to help someone else. The transformation. Ayaan changed after that day. Not just in his situation, but in his mindset. He studied harder than ever. He worked late nights. He faced every challenge, without fear. Because now he understood something powerful. Life doesn't break you, it builds you. Years later. Years passed. Struggles came. Failures happened. But Ayaan never stopped. And one day, he stood in a hospital again. But this time, not as a helpless boy. As a doctor. Dr. Ayaan. The same hospital. The same corridors. But a completely different story. Full circle moment. One evening, a young boy rushed into the hospital. Crying. Scared. Lost. "Doctor, please save my mother." Ayaan froze. It was like looking into his past. The same fear. The same pain. The same helplessness. He placed his hand on the boy's shoulder. And said softly, "Don't worry. Please stand by." The real meaning? But this time, those words felt different. They didn't mean fear. They didn't mean uncertainty. They meant hope. Because behind those words, there was effort, there was courage, there was belief. Final message to viewer. If you are struggling right now, if life feels unfair, if everything seems to be falling apart, remember this. Just because your life says, "Please stand by," doesn't mean it's over. It means something is being prepared, something is being built, something bigger is coming. Ending hook. So the next time life makes you wait, don't lose hope. Don't give up. Don't walk away. Because sometimes, the delay is not rejection, it's protection. And sometimes, the wait becomes the most powerful part of your story.
Your support gives us strength to create more stories. Please like and subscribe.